I'm gonna do donuts at the Grammys. Win or lose. Win or lose.
Dude, you guys have been working on this thing now for, I mean, it's going on 3 weeks, solid, straight, almost 7 days a week. I've seen the car, I know it's coming together. How are you feeling right now? Because you got, what, you got 2 weeks left?
Yeah, 2 weeks left. We're still missing some parts, but I think we're in an okay place.
Okay.
We're making good progress with the things that we do have, and all the big systems are kind of thought through already.
I'm really curious to see what Mike's impression of the car is when he walks in, because, I mean, it used to look like a Grand National, the body still looks like a Grand National. I'm hoping that he doesn't freak out and look at us and go, dude, you got 2 weeks, you know?
Well, he has to trust us, I guess.
Yeah, he does. All right, well, he should be here any minute. Let's take a walk and see when he's gonna come up. Yeah, here they are.
Hey,
What's going on, man?
Mike, Soup, what up, man?
What up, man?
What's up,
How are you?
brother?
Good? Good to see you.
Man, what's up, brother? How you
been?
doing, man?
You excited?
I'm excited. I'm excited. This is like prom night. It looks like a T-type, but it's a regular Regal. Prom night, me and Consuelo Boyd. We're riding to the prom, and this guy pulls up, obviously a D-boy, right? So this is the equivalent of a Goodfella scene. He pulls up on us, rolls his window down, and says, hey, I like your car. I like that Regal. And I'm like, blushing damn near, because if he likes it, she gotta give me a kiss after prom. I'm like, man, thank you. He says, I wanna buy it. I says, but I'm on my way to the prom. I just turned into a 17-year-old kid again. Guess what he says? I'll drop you off. I'm not leaving Consuelo Boy. So I ended up keeping my grandma's Regal. So this is.
Well, I got news. Consuelo Boyd, if she saw this one, it's gonna be done. This is not your
Yeah,
grandma's
this is
Regal.
definitely not your grandma's Regal.
Woo, looking like the Batmobile.
Dude, it's getting there.
All right, so engine's mounted, transmission's already in there, the engine harness is already laid out, everything's all in there. We even have the throttle pedal in there, right? So Alex and the crew has been working on getting air boxes made, radiator mounted, right? Keep you nice and cool in that LA traffic.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, everything's all mounted, ready to go. We're starting to plumb this week. Fuel system's already in. We got a new gas tank in there. We have the new fuel pump, filters, all that stuff.
Suppy, I'm honored to have you touch it, man.
Thank you, man.
I'm aware of the bills and have seen some of them here. Like you know when a master is at work. So
I'm glad you like it.
I love it. I love it. I like my wife. I love the car. Don't tell her I said that.
All right then.
Looking at Killer Mike, you could tell like this is a car he's been dreaming about for a good long time, and it's finally coming to light. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
You've got 640 horsepower. There's no traction control, solid live axle. You're gonna hit the gas, this is gonna rip the back tires right off it.
Come on, man.
This is gonna be gnarly.
Yeah, she's gonna be gorgeous.
Be gnarly.
Soup, you know the Grammys is like 11 days.
Oh, I know.
Brother, are you gonna get any sleep?
Nope.
No.
I don't think any of us will, man. It's gonna be all hands on deck.
A lot of coffee, a lot of coffee drinking. I'm just glad I'm singing and dancing, because man, if I had to turn some wrenches, you guys would not make date.
We know Killer Mike is really into the car. So today, we're gonna get back at it. We have a second win. QA1 Parts showed up today. Let's go inside and unbox them. QA1 always comes through for us. We made one phone call and they were right here. They always have it in stock. We have the level 2 kit, which is fantastic for street cars. And these are all direct bolt-ons. This is the best part, the swag. No. This is a Suppy. Hey! Yeah, they don't make mediums for you.
While Suppy and the gang are hard at work thrashing on the Grand National to get it ready for the Grammys, I've got to make a cool set of wheels for this car that fits Mike's aesthetic, fits the overall theme of the build, and adds presence to the car, which is kind of what I specialize in. What Mike always says is make it villainous, and That's something that is not the easiest thing to accomplish with wheels because villainous is kind of intangible, but I think I've got the perfect wheel in mind for this. We've basically created a version of the torque thrust called the TTF, or torque thrust future, that has some really cool design distinctions that bring the wheel into the 21st century and perfectly complement modern muscle cars. So with that in mind, I thought we would do a two-piece version of this wheel, so a two-piece forged version that mimics the classic construction method of the torque thrust, but featured the styling cues of the torque thrust future, the TTF, and kind of bridge that gap between the 80s and the 2020s and perfectly complement Mike's car and give him that villainous kind of attitude that he's really seeking. This is actually the wheel that we're going to replicate in two-piece for Mike's car. We're going to mimic the styling of this wheel as closely as we can within that forging profile. Translating all the styling cues from the one-piece cast to two-piece forged construction requires engineering and basically a complete redesign of the wheel in order to give the concave profile that we're seeking and also the cool little details in the flange area that basically modernize the style and make it contemporary. So we're using step-lip barrels.
Yes, sir.
And 20 by 8 and 20 by 10.
That's correct, with a -12 front and -20 rear.
Nice. Typically, engineering takes 4 to 6 weeks. Obviously, I've got to kick it into gear to get these wheels made in time for the Grammys.
For the 6th day in a row, Grim is making a box. The windshield washer fluid reservoir tank. That's what Grim is building. And that's gonna live right.
Right, except you put all these wires here. Why are there so many wires?
Did you Grim spec that and not account for the wires?
What? The wires are going in here.
The wires were not going in there.
Yeah, they are. You said we're doing that, so they're going in there.
I said no such thing.
Yeah, you did. You said this.
And
we're gonna do a wire tuck.
Okay.
You know what a wire tuck is, right?
Okay, you know what a hood hinge is?
It's that thing right there.
All right, I took the fuel filter back out because when I was doing the other one, I noticed that it didn't sit very well. So the difference is here. These require something called an ORB fitting, which means basically without the taper. So on an AN fitting, it seals against this taper here. On an ORB fitting, it seals against this, like an O-ring that sits here. You can see if I try to put this in here, O-ring won't crush properly and it'll leak. So what I did, I took it to the lathe and just cut the taper off. So you can see the difference is this one will sit flush and no leaks.
I finished up the fuel system today, so all the lines are straight up there now. Our feed and our return is there. I'm waiting for the regulator to come in.
We've gotten really far on all the fab work. Most of the boxes are done and the containers are done. We still have to make a catch can, so I'll make that as soon as we get the filter tomorrow. We got to install the dry sump tank, just mount some of these containers, and I think most of the fab work is done. We need to settle the brake situation. We'll get the rear end done. We got all of our QA1 suspension in today. Cody will install that. We got 8 days left. We're doing good.
Sure.